This is Andy with DataDriven.tv. I'm recording this live. Frank, if you follow our Facebook channel, you just saw Frank do another live video on the data estate, a data point. This will be a data point probably tomorrow. But yeah, we're trying to do as many of these as we can. I'm doing one now because I'm about to start traveling in the month of May, and I'll be gone more than I'm home. So with that said, I just wanted to share some about this weather data. What's interesting about it is, with this station particularly, is I wrote the class from 0 to SSIS using data from my old weather station. And in fact, the old weather station is back there. Let's see if I can zoom in and you can see the instruments from it. Well, I cannot zoom in, but I can walk over there. That's kind of like zooming in, I guess. And yeah, we can see the old anemometer up there spinning, doing its thing. I collected that data, gosh, it was more than 10 years ago now. And that weather data served as the basis for my SSIS class, teaching people basic and advanced SSIS, called from 0 to SSIS. I love weather data. I don't know how else to say it. I'm a bit of a, I guess, a weather weenie. But what's interesting about this data and what's going to be fun is I just finished the big data certification, and I learned a lot. Gosh, I loved it. And in order to blog about a lot of the things that I learned, what I'd like to do is, rather than use the standard data sets that are available, I like to collect my own. And this weather station, the new one that works, unlike the old one, is going to serve as the basis for that. So once again, I'm going to be collecting weather data. I'm going to be blogging about some of the tools that are available in Azure. In fact, I'll share this right now. There's a very old Windows 7 Ultimate machine. It's an E-machine. It has 2 gigs of RAM. And when I turned it on, it had been off since 2014, quite a while. I fired the machine up. It took a day to update it. But it's now on the network. The software for the weather station is loaded onto that machine on Windows 7. The base station is connected to it via USB. It's been collecting data for just a few days now. But what I did most recently is I got AzCopy running on that machine. I didn't know if it would even run on a Windows 7 machine. It does. And I created a command line. I created an Azure Blob Storage, a storage account, and I just dropped a file blob into it. And I've got this file that's being updated about every 12 minutes now, is being pumped up to that blob storage. It's being overridden automatically from the command line using AzCopy. I've scheduled it with Task Scheduler. I can only get Task Scheduler to go down to something like every 15 minutes. But every 15 minutes it's updating that file. And what I'm going to do from there is I'm going to explore and blog about all of the different ways that I can think of for you to retrieve data out of blob storage like that. And essentially what we have here is a weather station on the edge here in Farmville, Virginia. Anyway, I hope you enjoy the data point. I hope you enjoy the ones to come. I'm going to be talking about this a lot more in the future. I'm going to be blogging about Azure Cloud Storage, Blob Storage, and all of the options that we have a lot more in the future. I'm excited about it. I want to put this big data certification to use. Anyway, this has been Andy Leonard with Data Driven TV. Check us out, datadriven.tv.